At this time, we ask you please stand, remove your hats as we have an opening word of prayer, and then please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Our Heavenly Father, we're thankful for the opportunity for these young ladies to compete in the sport of basketball. We thank you for the safety you've given Trinity in their travels to Watertown. We pray for their safe return to their campus this evening. We ask for your hand of protection upon the players, keep them free from injury. We ask for the officials that you give them good discernment in their calls. Help the coaches as they make wise decisions throughout the game. And most of all, that we all demonstrate Christ-likeness and good sportsmanship in all that's said and done. For we pray in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. This week's tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the guests on the scoreboard, the Trojans of Trinity International University. A freshman, number 3, Maranatha, Washington. A junior, number 11, Carly Shebo. A freshman, number 15, Amanda Murray. A senior, number 20, Alana Yankee. And a junior, number 35, Taylor Siddiqui. The head coach is Erwin Jerry, assisted by Courtney P.A. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Silvercats from Maranatha. A 5'6" senior from Jefferson, Wisconsin, number 3, Kelly Morrison. A 5'11" freshman from Chandler, Arizona, number 13, Kirian Tichow. 5'6" junior from Indianapolis, Indiana.
shoots it, kicks it to Rogers. 4 on the shot clock, now 3. Launched up by Caitlin Morrison, but off target, and the SaberCats come away empty-handed once again. Three-pointer, if it's good, goes long. Rogers there for the rebound, knocks it up, teach out, grabs a hand on it. And Yanka was standing on the baseline when she touched it, so it goes out for a SaberCats throw. And the first sub of the ball game comes in. It's Laura Brown, giving Bosniak a breather. Today is Project Due Date on campus, and so no doubt a good percentage of the student body will be watching online as they work on their projects. So welcome to the broadcast as Callie Morrison puts in the first bucket for the SaberCats. Outstanding defense that time by Teachout, denying that shot and coming down with the ball. Here's Brown, kicks it out to Morrison. Between the legs, now back out to Brown, takes the shot. Morrison looking for a little space on the baseline, finds Morrison, puts it up, no good. And Yanka comes down with a rebound for Trinity. She's got a major height advantage underneath. It's going to be a difficult matchup, no doubt, for the SaberCats tonight. First foul of the afternoon is on Teachout. Daenerys Washington goes to the line. No good on the first. Gets the second one to go, and now Rogers will inbound. A little full court pressure now from the Trojans. Trapped in the corner, that's not the place you want to be. She dribbles out of it. And Caitlin Morrison gets it to Teachout, who now gets it over to Callie Morrison. Thought about a three, instead drives into the lane, shoots, and it's good. I think we're missing a point for Trinity here, but it should be 5-4. We'll get the scoreboard sorted out here in just a moment. Good ball movement here from Trinity as they look for an open shot. And there it was for Yanka. Leans into that one and gets it to fall. High pressure here from the Trojans. Caitlin Morrison drives, gets a little space, comes down with her own rebound, goes up for a second attempt, and she's fouled. She'll shoot two. Let's see who the foul's on. Foul's on Taylor Hibicki, her first. And Caitlin Morrison goes to the line, down by 3. Just over 6 here to play in the first period. First shot's up and good. Second shot rattles in and cuts the margin to 1. The Trojans truly are an international team. They've got players from Spain and Germany. As Callie Morrison steals it away. 3 players from Germany. Rogers comes off the screen, scoops it up, no good. And Yanka comes down with the rebound. A collision in the lane that time, draws the foul. Anaya Graves And teach out will be called for that foul. That's her second. And she will take a seat on the bench. She has become an absolute star on this SaberCats team as a freshman. Good things to come, no doubt. First one is good. Trinity comes off 2 losses in the CCAC where they play regularly. They do have 2 quality wins in that conference over Roosevelt and Cardinal Stritch, but they will face their toughest test of the season this Saturday with a matchup against NAIA number 16, St. Xavier. Callie Morrison steps into it. It's 2, but it's good. Washington overcommitted on the steal attempt, and Callie Morrison made her pay, ties up the ball game at 8. Zone defense now for the SaberCats. Knocked it loose. Here's Morrison. She's got her man on the hip. Spins, gets it to Callie. One dribble, and it's good. And the SaberCats take an early lead, 10-8. They'll look to get into a rhythm. That's been the biggest problem this season, is getting into any kind of an offensive rhythm for the SaberCats, as they have searched for answers. And one of the best things to get your offense going is good defense, and that's what's driven the scoring spurts tonight for the SaberCats. Fouls called on Callie Morrison, just her first, and a couple of subs come in for Trinity as Louisa Schmidt steps to the line. I guess she's just actually positioned there on the inbound. And now swung across. Deep 3 if it goes. It's off though, it goes long. And they track down the long rebound in the corner. Taylor Hibicki. Another deep 3, no good. And Yanka comes down with the rebound, just being tall. Came down with it, good position. Nothing you can do about that. More pressure now for the Trojans as Morrison breaks it with a pass to Brown, who brings it across the timeline, and now the SaberCats will set up their offense. Nice give and go that time. Sarah Rogers had a nice cut, and Callie Morrison found her over the top with an easy bucket, and the SaberCats maintain their 2-point edge. Another foul called on the SaberCats. We'll have to keep an eye on this. Look at early foul trouble if we're not careful, as that foul is called on Tierney Bosniak, just her first though. Three's no good, clatters off the iron, and Callie Morrison had a good hand, been able to get it up ahead. And, oh man, Caitlin Morrison had a good look at it, but couldn't get it to go. Now ahead quickly, and that 4-point turnaround kills them as Yanka puts it in, and now the inbound pass is thrown away. Miscommunication between Callie Morrison and Brown. Caitlin Morrison will take a seat as Jillian Brown makes her first appearance in the ball game, just over 3 to play here in the first. The score is 12-12, not 14-10. We gave that bucket to the wrong team, and now they got it figured out. Deep 3, no good. Tracked down. It's Callie Morrison. She's got a step. 2 men coming from behind. Can't get it to go. Brown with the rebound is fouled on the attempt. I think Callie was fouled on hers too, but it wasn't called. So Jillian Brown will step to the line, come into the ball game, and right away, got to shoot 2. Puts it up and good. Brown, a freshman from Elmira, New York. Second shot's up, no good. And so the SaberCats lead by 1 with exactly 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Deep three, no good. Thought maybe she stepped on the out of bounds line as well, but it wasn't called. Tries it again, see if she's got the range. She does. And Graves pours in a three-pointer, which gives them a chance to set up full court pressure once again. It shouldn't be too much trouble for Callie Morrison, although she throws it away. Too strong for Sarah. And Rogers can't track it down. The turnover once again on the full court pressure. And the SaberCats throw it away. They are swinging the ball around to set up an open three, and it's good. Graves pours another one in, and now the margin is 5. Brown to Brown. Don't pick up your dribble there. Double team just across the timeline is the one place you don't pick up your dribble, but she did, and invariably that leads to a turnover, which it did. 2, no good. Callie Morrison comes down with it and dribbles out right away. Foul's called on number 30, Braylee Gula. And into the ball game for the SaberCats, number 4, Grace Massey, replacing Tierney Bosniak. Massey is a freshman from Pembine, Wisconsin. Inbounded to Brown. Massey drives to the right, kicks it out for Callie Morrison off her foot. It's going to go out of bounds. And the SaberCats turn it over, down by 5. They'll have to be careful not to let this game get out of hand. Good hands that time. Brown poked it away. Goes out of bounds. 22 left on the shot clock. The SaberCats have shown early promise. They can play with this team if they can get their offensive set figured out. The points are there to be had. Just don't turn the ball over with silly mistakes and bad passes. Speaking of which, that goes into the backcourt, and that's going to be a turnover over and back. And so with just over 1 minute to play, the SaberCats will inbound from under their own basket. Caitlin Morrison checks back in. She'll inbound it, gets it to Brown. Brown dribbles right, gets into the lane. Reverse layup is blocked. Nice play by Denaria Washington. Now she throws it ahead. We've got numbers, fakes a shot, does Schmidt, now back out. Drives into the lane, takes another step, gets that Euro step. Louisa Schmidt. Nope, that was Carly Sheblow, my mistake. And scores with her left hand. Nicely done. .30 seconds left in the first. Sarah Rogers, short range jumper, no good. Sheblow picks up the rebound, now throws it ahead. Back to her, she'll shoot for 3, it's off. Bouncing around, rebound falls to Trinity, shot no good. 10 seconds left to play. Caitlin Morrison, now 7, 6, does she recognize it? Looking for Callie Morrison, finds her, 2 seconds, puts up the floater, no good, and that's how the quarter will end with the SaberCats down by 7, 20-13. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
history and literature and philosophy, and I thought, I don't want to just study one thing, I want to study little.
The focus of a Christian college education, of course, begins with Christ. As he's revealed himself in the scriptures, he's given us principles to live by, and those are the principles.
Research tells us that the early years are so essential for children's development. What they learn, what they do affects their brain development all their life long. So laying that strong foundation is really essential. Students learn so much from our early childhood program. Really, when they step outside of the gates at Maranatha, they have everything they need to operate their own classroom. Our students
All right, we are back. The SaberCats down 7. They retain possession here at the start of the second period. Same players on the floor for the SaberCats. Massey, long, good cross-court pass, finds Callie Morrison. He puts it home. Good offensive set. Coach Mo got them settled down, and they were able to produce a bucket here with their first offensive possession of the second quarter. Rogers, good hands-out time, poked it away as the interior pass looked like it was headed for Hibicki, but instead she knocked it away to force the steal, and Callie Morrison brings it ahead. Here's Brown. The SaberCats shooting 35% in the first quarter compared to 47% for the Trojans. Their offensive efficiency was very good in the first quarter. Brown puts one up. It's good for 3 if it goes, but it doesn't. And instead, it's rebounded by Braylee Gula. Hibicki gets it on the baseline, now kicks it out for 3. Ashley Geisler, no good. And Bosniak checks in for Rogers. Jillian Brown checks in for Laura. Both teams with 5 turnovers. And the Trojans have a slight rebounding edge, 11-8. The steal on the pressure, now lofted ahead. No good, off the bottom of the backboard. And Callie Morrison comes away with the rebound. She's looking to push it on the other end. Stutter step, takes it in, blocked. Nice individual effort that time defensively by Carly Sheblow. Now she launches it ahead. Hibicki puts it in with the foul. Caitlin Morrison protests her innocence, but the ref doesn't want to hear it. And Hibicki will go to the line to finish the three-point play with her team up by 7. Full court pressure maintained by the Trojans. Good pass that time to Bosniak, but Bosniak throws it away, tried to get it to Brown in traffic, and it was knocked away. And the SaberCats come away empty-handed once again. Danaria Washington pours in another three-pointer, and Coach Mo says, we need to talk this over, as his team finds themselves down by 11. We'll take a quick timeout and be back in 1 minute. Coach Mo's got them coached up, and we are ready to go. With 7:47 left in the first half, SaberCats take possession down by 11. And they face this full court pressure from the Trojans. Inbounded to Bosniak, right back to Callie Morrison. Here's Massey. Once again, bad passes into the interior. There's too many hands on those in those passing lanes. They might look open, but that's twice down the lane. We tried to force one in. And now Brown on the fast break's got Morrison, lobs it into her. Facing 3 defenders, puts it up, good look at it, but couldn't get it to go. Tough pass for Hibicki, but she handles it, now kicks it back out. Long 3 is good. Ashley Geisler. And that is a dagger as the SaberCats are trying to find offensive answers and struggling on that end. And then to come down with all that ball movement, lose track of a 3-point shooter, and they have been good from behind the line. Here's Morrison, finds herself in the lane. Puts it up, and the hook, no good. They've been getting a couple of good looks here from short range, but the ball just will not go through. And that has been a lot of the story here for the SaberCats in the early parts of this season. Nice defense that time, prevents the internal pass, and Morrison comes away with it. Morrison drives left, finds a little space. She was definitely fouled on that. I don't know why they didn't call that. Daenerys Washington slapped the hand and knocked the ball loose. So it goes out of bounds for a SaberCats throw with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Morrison's inbound pass is stolen away, but then she steals it right back and finds Sarah Rogers, who's double teamed on the baseline, shovels it ahead. And finally, a foul is called on Taylor Hibicki. That's her second, so she will take a seat, replaced in the lineup by Hattie Black. Anaya Graves leads scores for Trinity with 7, along with Taylor Hibicki, who also has 7. Callie Morrison has 10. As Daenerys Washington comes away with the steal, and Carly Sheblow converts. Ten-second violation on the SaberCats as the pressure got to Callie Morrison, wasn't able to get it across the timeline, and we will turn the ball over once again. Blocked by Bosniak and recovered by Rogers. Good defense that time. Let's see if we can convert this into some points. Bosniak double dribbled. And with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, the SaberCats turn it over. Nothing about that possession looked promising. And Coach Mo says, let's get Teach Out back into the game. Wild shot clatters off the backboard, and Callie Morrison comes down with the rebound. Long pass in for Caitlin Morrison at the baseline. She's trapped. Now Rogers wide open from 10 feet and gets it to go. Good ball movement that time in the fast break. And without having to do really much of an offensive set, the SaberCats finally break the ice here and score. Deep three from the corner. Air ball. Rogers grabs the rebound and sends it ahead. 4 minutes left in the half. Bad pass from Teachout right into the hands of the defender, and Denaria Washington takes it all the way for two. That gives them a chance to set up the press, and Brown gets it across to Caitlin Morrison. Back to Callie on the point. Rogers comes up the screen. Morrison goes right instead, now kicks it out to Brown. Brown looking for space on the baseline, finally gets it. And Rogers underneath, kicks it out for Callie. Top of the key is open, and it's good. Good ball movement that time, finally broke down the defense. And Callie Morrison was wide open at the top of the key, converts the shot. Long three is, oh, foot on the line is two. And that is Hattie Black. That's her first bucket of the night. Loose ball foul. Foul away from the ball on Carly Sheblow. Laura Brown checks in, and Caitlin Morrison takes a seat. Inbounded to Teachout. Quick shot, no good. They'll say it's a pass. Callie Morrison came down with it. Shot's no good. Tries to break it up. Instead, the Trojans bring it. And going coast to coast, that's a charge. Nice job that time by Brown to get set outside the arc. And Anaya Graves came in with determination into the lane, and on the ensuing collision is charged with the offensive foul. Brown has it now. Back to Brown. Rogers up. Air ball, no good. Shot seemed a little rushed that time. Sheblow back to Washington. Now Sheblow from the corner. It goes long. Yonka got the rebound. Now kicks it out. They'll reset. Schmidt up. No good. And Callie Morrison comes away with another rebound. She's got a bunch of those tonight already. That's her 8th rebound of the ball game. Same spot, top of the key. She likes that spot. She knows that spot. And it's good. Everything in the offense runs through Yonka at the free throw line. She never dribbles. She just pivots and distributes the ball. And that inside-out movement is what gets those three-point shooters free. We'll see if Coach Moe dials up some adjustments at halftime, see if they can deal with that offensive set. Teachout seems a little confused, not sure what to do with it. Best thing to do with it in that situation is get it to Callie Morrison, and she does. Now Morrison drives left, can't get the reverse to go. Now it goes out of bounds, and that's going to be the SaberCats ball. It's off Yonka, yes it was. And she looks and stares in disbelief. But that's a good call. 20 seconds, reset on the shot clock. And now Aubrey Secor is into the ball game for the SaberCats, her first minutes of the night. Brown shoves her way down low. Now Shot from three if it's good. No, it's not. And it clatters off the rebound. Falls to Washington. Air ball, no good. Schmidt saves it in. Sheblo comes away with it. Deep three in the corner is good. Luisa Schmidt from Kelkheim, Germany, pours in the three-pointer and extends the lead to 17, under 20 seconds left in the half. And that pass goes out of bounds. Secor unable to handle it. 11 seconds left. That's a travel. I'm going to call it jump ball with 0.4 seconds left. And the Trojans will inbound. Quick shot, no good. And your halftime score is Trinity's Trojans 38, Maranatha's Sabercats 21. We'll step away for halftime and come back a minute or so before the action starts to recap the stats and set up the second half and the conclusion of this ball game.
We want our graduates to carry into the workplace or into their place of ministry.
I applied to 7 different law schools, and I was accepted into all 7, and several of them offered me scholarships. 3 of them were in the top 50 for schools.
Ultimately, I'd like to be an evangelist and travel the country and sing and preach and do children's ministries.
I enjoy taking care of people, and through that I realized God was calling me to be a nurse.
Well, I love teaching because I love to see people finally grasp a concept I'm sharing.
Growing up in sports, from t-ball all the way up until high school, I just felt like the Lord had given me talents in that area, and I felt like I really wanted to use that for Him.
I want to go back home and just teach piano and write music for my people.
When I started at Maranatha, I was an English major, and I loved that program. I had a minor in the arranging and a major in the English. But just through taking the arranging courses versus taking the English, I started realizing that my passion was more for the arranging.
This semester I'm interning for the Attorney General, Brad Schimmel. I'm working specifically for his special assistant, Johnny Cormenos.
But when I came onto campus, I was actually able to meet with a faculty member in the Bible department. I also remember talking to Mrs. Marriott. She came up and talked to me and my mom and dad, and just was super friendly, Mrs. Marriott with a big smile.
My teachers are so friendly. A lot of them encourage us from scriptures. Like, we know this time of the semester is hard. You should stay strong and pull on because God has promised He will always be with you.
With an education major, one thing I was really looking for was a strong accreditation. Our school has regional accreditation, which allows you to even continue your schooling if you want to go into master's programs, but also be able to teach in anywhere that God leads me, whether that be a public school or a Christian school or even homeschooling.
The faculty is so great in that respect that they want to help you, they want to help prepare you for whatever your next step is, whether that is master school or if you're wanting to go directly into the ministry.
Africa has a lot of orphans, and a lot of those children have no future. With the quality education I get from MBU, I would like to build an orphanage.
And seeing the wonderful music program that we have here, I knew I wanted to get involved somehow. And so I tried out for a choir and was able to make chamber singers. It's just kind of an oasis at the end of a really long day, just knowing that I can be refreshed, worshiping the Lord through music.
Dr. Ledgerwood is really a careful teacher. He would think before he say. So he's always consider the culture aspect in music.
We had to do a final arrangement, so I did Showers of Blessings, and I just remember walking through every single step and thinking, wow, I love this. This is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this.
Being a pirate is a lot different than what I've ever done before. I don't have any lines. I'm only singing I'm only using facial expressions and grunts and growls to communicate my character. And it's really fascinating because even though there are 8 or 9 of us, we are all one character.
My basketball coach, he loves his players so much, and you can tell just by his interactions with us, and we've done really well the last couple of years in both of my basketball and volleyball. I've actually been able to be on 2 national championship teams.
Also being able to be part of an NCAA basketball team was really amazing. I really appreciated the friendships with the other guys on the team, and even just as importantly, the coaches. Coaches were a huge blessing to me throughout the 3 years that I played.
The crazies, they are the crazy people, as the name kind of implies. We're the people, the students that sit in the fan section of the gym, and we just go crazy.
Before games, we sing our team song, which is Arise, My Soul, Arise. We did go down to nationals and ended up winning my freshman year, which was like a dream come true for me. But I think something that was more important to Coach Pill than winning the national championship was that our team won the sportsmanship award as well. Because that showed Coach that we weren't just talented, but we also were men of character.
Last spring, we were able to take a trip down to the Dominican Republic. We were able to run a camp for kids for baseball, and it was really neat to see just the common bond that we have through baseball as well as through Christ.
Well, coming in as a freshman, there are multiple different churches you can choose from. We actually have a time where all the different churches have a booth where you can walk around and see what type of ministries are at different churches. This past 2 years on Wednesday nights, I'm involved with the Little Lambs, which are 2 and 3-year-olds, and they're a lot of fun. They have a lot of energy.
I've had the opportunity to serve at New Testament Baptist Church to work with the kids choir.
About once a month, or sometimes even more frequently, I'm giving Bible lessons to my youth group. Right now we're going through the book of 1 Samuel whenever I'm teaching. What better book to study than God's piece of literature?
Maranatha is a Bible word. It's a word that's either a prayer or a proclamation, and it means the Lord is coming, or it's a prayer, Lord, come. And that's what Maranatha is all about. We want to be to the praise of His glory till He comes.
It's a place to build one's faith. And I know who I am better. I know where I'm going to. I know where I stand in my Christian faith.
Just believe that if it's God's will, then He will provide.
Also be willing to heed the advice and also form relationships with your professors and with faculty members, something that you can carry with you for the rest of your life.
I would advise you to come and visit us. You're going to have an opportunity to visit some classes, come to chapel, meet some fellow students, talk to some profs, and if you come and see for yourself, you might just find out that this is exactly where God has you to come.
Right. When we trust the Lord, He directs our paths. If Maranatha is the next place He has on your path, we're very excited to see you.
Nursing is a great profession to me because I think it's one of the best ways to show Christ's love. It's a tangible way to show Christ's love. Even if you don't get any appreciation right then and there, you get to go home every day knowing that you made a difference. And I think that's what makes nursing so great.
Choosing nursing, I do believe, is a calling, but there's just something that's very intimate about the relationship between a nurse and a patient.
I was able to pray with a patient the other day and tell him, you know, God does love you. And his face just started to glow, and he just started crying, and he said, I needed to hear that.
There was a patient just this year, and I remember just telling her that right now we need to do what we need to do to make you feel better so that you can go home. And I remember just leaving that day remembering, this is why I want to do this job.
As a freshman coming into nursing, we've actually created a new course. Typically, we don't see nursing students until the junior year, and so we've created a new course in the freshman year to help you feel a part of the nursing program.
The classes in themselves are hard. There's so much information to know, and that information is so vital to know because we're taking care of people.
And that's what makes it worth it. It's coming back to school at the end of clinical and knowing that I am making that difference in people's lives.
One of the most key special elements about Maranatha's nursing program is the emphasis that we place on mentoring our students.
We want to get to know our students and help them be successful in what God has called them to do.
I've talked to them on several occasions about things outside of the classroom, some things I was struggling with, and they are quick to help their students.
The community is pretty special. It's got a tight bond because we spend so much time together. We get to know each other pretty well.
You experience things in the hospital settings that other students on the campus cannot relate to. Our school actually has a very good success rate with placing students. We have several students already who have jobs even prior to graduation. We've had students graduate and go into clinic settings. We've had students graduate, go directly into hospital intensive care units, and we've had students that have graduated and gone overseas. So there's many opportunities in nursing, and our students are well equipped to handle any of them.
Get such a good mixture of theory and practice. So they get to go teach a lesson, and they get to come right here to Kitty Campus to do that in many instances. They also go to a Christian school in the area and public schools as well. So they get a variety of practical experiences all throughout their education. We try to look at children the way God looks at children. Children are God's special creation. They are made in His image. God has a special purpose for each one of them, and we try to give each student a vision for educating that child to the praise of His glory. Some of our students go on to manage child care centers. Some of our students work in Christian schools, public schools. They're just equipped for a variety of settings, and they can use the tools that they have been given wherever God places them in their ministry. Research tells us that the early years are so essential for children's development. What they learn, what they do affects their brain development all their life long. So laying that strong foundation is really essential. Students learn so much from our early childhood.
The Master of Nonprofit Administration is a 32-credit master's degree that we offer here at Maranatha, the purpose of which is to prepare students to go out and serve and lead in a nonprofit setting. The Master of Nonprofit Administration program will take them through several other courses that are specifically designed to help them lead and manage a nonprofit. For instance, we'll look at nonprofit management, financial. We'll look at the legal aspects that are pretty unique to nonprofits. And then we'll also couple that with several organizational leadership courses so they're able to couple the aspects of nonprofit and management with the leadership aspect of it as well. It's a growing field, so there's a lot of opportunities for people to serve with the nonprofits. It's also important, we believe, and fits very well with our ethos here at Maranatha. A large part of what we do is interested in churches and nonprofits, and so we believe that this program will help prepare students very well to step into positions of leadership and management within a nonprofit, whether that be a local ministry or it could be a very large nonprofit organization that could be hundreds or thousands of people. The Master of Nonprofit Administration is a 32-credit master's degree that we offer here at Maranatha, the purpose of which is to prepare students to go out and serve and lead in a nonprofit setting. The Master of Nonprofit Administration program will take them through several other
You don't know your future, but we do know where you can begin. start here at Maranatha Baptist University.
And we are back for the second half action. Anaya Graves leads the Trojans with 7 points. And for Maranatha, Callie Morrison with 14, Sarah Rogers with 4, and Caitlin Morrison with 2. The SaberCats find themselves in a pretty deep hole to start the second half. Down by 17. They led early in the first. Teach out, hitting the head. And Yanka comes up a little bit stunned as well. Looks like she might have taken a shot to her head as well. They might have clanked together actually in that situation. And the possession arrow will switch on possession of the second half. So Callie Morrison will inbound it from the sideline. Here's Caitlin Morrison. Starters back on the floor for the SaberCats. Nice feed, but Teach Out can't handle it. And it goes away for a turnover. It's a good idea, but the pass is a little too hot to handle. That's been the story so far for the SaberCats. Lots of turnovers, 14 turnovers in the first half, led to 13 points. Good defense. Callie Morrison comes away with it. A little late on the recognition, and Caitlin Morrison got that a little too deep in, couldn't do anything with it. Kicked it out to Callie, who shoots for 3. It's no good. And now on the fast break, Hibiki puts it in with the left hand. Nicely done. Nice feed that time by Sheblo. Caitlin Morrison brings it across the timeline. Drives left into the lane, kicks it out for Callie. Callie drives into the lane, spins, shoots, good. Maintained good control on that entire drive. Was able to get that one to go down. Hibiki underneath to Yanka. Ball goes loose. I think Rogers got a hand on it, and Teach Out came up with it. And now Callie Morrison brings it across. Drives left into the lane. Strong off the glass, no good. Yanka got a hand on it, and Hibiki came away with the rebound. Washington into the corner. Now Yanka underneath to Hibiki. She's fouled, and Sarah Rogers bumped her as she received the pass. They're going to give her shots. Seemed like she was more fouled on the reception than the shot, but they're going to give her the continuation, and so she will shoot 2 from the line. First shot's up and good. the second's no good. Rogers gets there for the rebound. It's poked out of bounds, she thought, by the Trinity, but instead they will possess another opportunity from under the baseline. Shot clock resets to 20. Looks like Teach Out is playing Yanka a little tighter in the lane. We're looking for an adjustment on that defensive set. And Carly Sheblow comes away with 2 points on the back cut. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if that was the adjustment made by Coach Mo at halftime to try and deny possession. Rogers was definitely fouled on that one, but they didn't call it. And the set shot goes up, no good, rushed again. And the SaberCats come away empty, lobbed ahead for Graves, and she converts. Coach Mo says timeout before they get caught with another 10-second violation, so we will step away with the margin at 22 with 6:44 left in the third quarter.
And history and all of those other things.
One of the biggest reasons that I love the humanities program is because of the professors. Their investment in the students has been one of the biggest impacts in my life. I think the flexibility is something that's really special. You can pretty much choose whatever classes that you're interested in.
I can find classes that go together and make my own path forward.
The job opportunities are only limited to your imagination and your work ethic.
You're not just learning the content, you're learning to be a critical thinker and a problem solver and a listener. And that's something that employers are really looking for, because there's never too many people who can think critically and listen to other people. I was in
Callie Morrison with 16 points tonight, leads the SaberCats, really leads all scorers. And in fact, she needs just 13 points to climb in the all-time annals of Maranatha history in the record books. And the person she is chasing next above her on the list would be her sister, Kristen Morrison Delosier now, who had 1,230 points in her SaberCats career, Crusaders career, I should say, as that was the mascot back in the day. Callie turns, scoops, and scores, and now just needs 11. Nice defense that time by Caitlin Morrison. Now ahead, streaks ahead, gets it, oh, but cannot convert. Falls to Sarah Rogers, and she pours it in. Good hands that time by Rogers to pick up the rebound and put it back in. Washington brings it across. There's Yanka, spins, drives down the lane and scores. First time I believe she's dribbled all afternoon, and she puts it to good use. She plays efficiently for Trinity. I remember her last year in the gym. She was a killer. Caitlin Morrison thought about a three, instead throws it over to Callie, who shoots for three, no good. Rebounded by Geisler. Washington brings it across. Hibicki lobs it in. That's about as wide open as Yanka has ever been in her life. And she makes an easy bucket. Rogers with the no-look pass. Not a good idea. And Morrison turns it over. Hibicki now across the line. No good from three. Hibicki comes down with the rebound. Had good position. Now deep into the corner. Washington comes up with the rebound. And Yanka puts it in for two. And just that quickly, she has 10 points. Now 12 to lead Trinity scorers. Bosniak with a foot on the line. That's two. Nice shot from Tierney. Yanka is posting up much deeper now here in the second half. She had been playing mostly at the foul line, but she is set up a little closer to that defensive arc down low, trying to get a little bit more into the offensive set. Here's Callie Morrison, steps up, and from top of the key, which is her favorite spot to shoot those jumpers, she pours in another one. That's 20 points tonight for Callie Morrison. Caitlin goes for the score again, almost got there for that steal. Into Yanka, and she scores. Timeout called by Trinity, so we will step away and be back in 60 seconds.
You don't know your future, but we do know where you can begin. Start here at Maranatha Baptist University.
The SaberCats find themselves very deep, down 22. 3 minutes and 21 left here in the third quarter. Trinity continues to shoot very well from the field at 50%. And the SaberCats have 37% from the field, but absolutely nothing from beyond the arc in three-point land. 0 for 4. Full court pressure still applied by the Trojans. Caitlin Morrison brings it across the line. Brown provides the screen. Teach out, the only SaberCat on the floor not named Morrison or Brown. Foul on the floor. Called on Ashley Geisler as she tried to fight through the screen. She'll be called for the foul, that's her first. Morrison into Morrison. Teachout's cut went behind her defender, so she wasn't open. And on the attempted shot, Callie Morrison is fouled by Yanka. No, they're going to say that was on Daenerys Washington, fouled her on the way past. That's why Yanka looked so incredulous. She was innocent after all. Braylee Gula checks in for her as Callie Morrison steps to the line for two. First shot's up and good. And she makes the second. Morrison with 21 points tonight. Make that 22 with that last free throw. Hibicki, nice fake, now drives baseline and scores. Good individual effort that time. She's got 10 points for the Trojans. Morrison kicks it out to Caitlin Morrison. Now she drives it in. Out to Callie. Callie fakes, now drives. Got a little bit of a step, but couldn't get it to go. And Hibicki on the rebound. Washington deep into the corner. She's standing on the sideline. And Ashley Geisler turns it over. Brown across court to Caitlin Morrison. She had Laura Brown open but missed her. Now Callie is double teamed. That leaves Caitlin open on the far side. And now Jillian Brown throws up a 360 wild shot. Clatters out of bounds. It's going to say it's off Trinity. And with 15 seconds left on the shot clock, Callie Morrison will inbound underneath their own basket. Sarah Rogers checks in for teach out. Brown, three-pointer, no good. And the SaberCats are 0-5 from three-point land tonight. Continuing a cold streak that this season has represented so far. Underneath, that's number 30, Braylee Gula. That's her first bucket of the night. Turnover, Hibicki steals it away. Young on the bench. Trinity's offense is stuttering a bit here as they try and get the ball movement they had before. It's just not coming as easily. Long shot, no good. Comes down with it. And Hibicki with the putback. Long pass to Brown. Now to Morrison in the corner. No good. Brown got a hand on it. Hibicki comes down with the rebound. And to Hibicki underneath. Brown let her go. And she comes down with it and the foul. Brown lost track of Hibicki underneath, and she's made us pay many times tonight as she is deadly from the baseline. Taylor Hibicki, 14 points tonight. As Bosniak checks in for Rogers. And Massey is in for Caitlin Morrison. Third quarter ends without a shot as the SaberCats down 62-33. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter.
Invited to a discussion group about history and literature and philosophy, and I thought, I don't want to just study one thing, I want to study a little of English and history and all of those other things.
One of the biggest reasons that I love the humanities program is because of the professors. Their investment in the students has been one of the biggest impacts in my life. I think the flexibility is something that's really special. You can pretty much choose whatever classes that you're interested in.
I can find classes that go together and make my own path forward.
The job opportunities are only limited to your imagination and your work ethic.
You're not just learning the content, you're learning to be a critical thinker and a problem solver and a listener. And that's something that employers are really looking for because there's never too many people who can think critically and listen to other people.
Trinity has dominated in all phases tonight, leading 62-33, shooting 52% from the field. They actually improved their shooting percentage in the third quarter, 5 of 22 from three-point land. "17 points off turnovers, and that's kind of the key, as Maranatha's only had 4. Lots of turnovers for Maranatha in the offensive set, just have not looked good. Points we've had have been mostly through individual effort, not necessarily generated by the offensive set. Sheblo still on the bench. No, Yonka's still on the bench, as Louisa Schmidt has come in for that role for Trinity. Brown, Massey, Morrison, and Bosniak in for the SaberCats. Still bringing full court pressure, up by almost 30 points here in the fourth quarter. And a travel is called. Sheblo drives into the lane. Wild shot off the backboard, no good. And the putback is good from Gula as Brown hit the floor hard. Inbounded quickly to her. Back to Morrison. Bosniak is wide open, and Coach Mo keeps trying to tell everybody. Gets it over to Massey, a little too late for her to get that shot up. She was wise not to try and force it. And Bosniak now open. Looked good most of the way, but it was a little short. And the ice-cold shooting from outside continues. Charge, once again, drawn by Brown. And Jillian Brown was there just outside the arc, took a hard contact, and the offensive foul is called. Teach out back in for Bosniak. Massey's open on the other side of the timeline if they see her. Now ahead to Teach out. Teach out looks for Massey too late. And Gula was into the passing lane by the time Teach out saw her. And the SaberCats turn it over again. Once they break this press, they need to just set up the offense and stop trying to hit a home run. Deep three for Hibiki is good. She's good on the baseline and good outside as well. She now leads Trinity with 17 points. There's Brown. Gets it to Laura Brown. Now back to Jillian. Goes up, blocked. And Sheblo comes away with it. She's got numbers. Scoops it to Hibiki, who did a little stutter step. Now turns it around. There's Sheblo in the corner. Didn't want to shoot. Good hands from Callie Morrison. They turn it over. There's Massey on the break, and she gets it to go. Nice pass from Callie Morrison. There's an assist. Haven't been a whole lot of those tonight. Just 7 assists for the SaberCats here in the fourth quarter. Long pass out, deep three, no good. Brown tracks it down. And finally, the SaberCats get an easy trip up the floor, as there wasn't enough time to set up that full court press. Here's Massey, drives into the lane, kicks for Teach out, top of the key, no good. And Sheblo comes down with it. Knocked away from Gula, and Teach out comes down with it. I think it was Callie Morrison got a hand on it. She should get credited with that steal. Switches places with Brown, brings it back to the top of the key and resets. Double screen, drives left, step back. It's good. Nice deep jumper Statistically, that's not a shot you want to take just inside the three-point line. That's the worst shot on the floor, according to a famous coach that I know, Maranatha grad. Hattie Black is back into the ball game for Trinity, and Teach Out takes a seat as Sarah Rogers in, as is Caitlin Morrison, along with Bosniak and Brown. Brown gets it, spins away, now trapped, and throws it into the waiting arms of Anaya Graves. Blocked by Morrison. Nice defense. She was the last resort. Good screen by Bosniak. Now she rolls. Now kick out for Caitlin Morrison. Three if it's good. No, it's not. And Brown tracks it down, keeps it in bounds and alive for the SaberCats. That'll reset at 20. Another chance to narrow the margin. They trail by 30 now, 67-37. Bosniak for three. Strong off the glass, no good. And Hibiki comes down with the rebound. Long cross-court pass. Black throws it into Yonka, drives the lane, and it's good. Caitlin Morrison, good fake, and now dribbles it across the line, and now back out. They'll reset. Brings it up to the top of the key. Gives Callie a chance to play from the shooting guard position. As Morrison drives it deep, and now another cutter. Morrison set shot, no good. Take your time now. She saw Yonka coming out on defense and rushed her shot. Couldn't get it to go. Hibiki now, no good. Yonka comes up with it, fouled on the attempt, and she'll go to the line. Fouls on Morrison. That's Morrison's second. Three-point play converted for Yonka. That gives her 18. Callie Morrison needs just 5 points to pass her sister on the all-time record book. Massey comes up with it. Did well not to give it away there. Now Morrison drives, goes up with the left. It's good! 26 for Morrison on the night. She has been the only offensive bright spot for the SaberCats and has had not enough help tonight. Long two-pointer, no good. Good rebound from Rogers. 4 minutes left to play in the ball game. Silly foul that time from Sheblo. Trying to force the turnover. Double screen at the top. Now Rogers rolls, gets open, hangs on the rim forever, but won't go down. It was a great play. Awesome look from Callie Morrison. And Rogers tried to finish it up, could not get that shot to go. Teach out, set the check back in. Hibiki, long cross-court pass. Sheblo now, top of the key, 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Black throws it out, Hibiki, deep three. Air ball, 4 on the shot clock, 2, got to get it off. Sheblo throws it up, no good. Should have been a shot clock violation. I don't know why they didn't call that. Resets to 20. Bosniak goes down to the floor. They're going to call a jump ball, and the SaberCats will take over on possession. And that'll give Teachout a chance to get into the ball game. Bosniak takes a seat. Morrison, 26 points on the night. Needs just 3. How about a three-pointer? Be a good way to score 3. Instead, deep 2 is good. 1 point away, 28 points. Awesome night tonight for Callie Morrison, and she's needed it. Without her, where would we be? I see Kristen Morrison is in the crowd tonight. Perhaps here to witness her own demotion in the record books. The indignity. That's 28. She is tied. Coach Moe's got a little bit of a conflict of interest here. Will he take Callie out with 2 minutes left, tied with her sister? Will this create a lot of tension and drama in the Morrison household? Schmidt puts it up for 2. Callie may just refuse to come out. Has that ever happened? 3 players set to check in for the SaberCats. Coach Moe could be in a world of hurt. Now he calls timeout with Morrison driving. Teachout sits. Caitlin Morrison sits. And Massey sits. And Coach Moe lives to fight another day. Callie stays into the ball game. She'll have a chance to break the record. Reed drives the baseline, scoops it up and scores. What a play by Mari Reed. Fresh into the ball game, and it provides an immediate spark from the wing. Double teamed at the top of the key is Schmidt. She throws it over to the wing. Trinity looks a little out of sorts here on the last 2 offensive possessions. Stepped on the baseline and turned it over just under 1 minute to play. Callie Morrison has 28 points tonight. And she subbed out. She will leave the ball game tied with her sister in the all-time record book. Congratulated, she may not know. When she finds out, there may be words. Checking into the ball game is Marissa Leitner from Pekin, Illinois. Rogers drives from the top of the key. Long step, hits the bottom of the backboard, no good. Steals it right back. Looking for help now as the SaberCats realize it. Now over to Mari Reed. Back down off her foot and turned over. Ball's ahead to Schmidt. Schmidt to Sheblo, puts it up, it's good. And the SaberCats will inbound. Ref's gonna give him a redo. I don't know what happened there, but a couple of players got a little mixed up. He was gracious and let him do it over. Here's Rogers. Kicks it out to Secor. Now drives left, loses the handle a little bit. That pass sails wide for the turnover with 12.5 seconds left. I'm beginning to think this one might be out of reach. And that'll be the ball game. Maranatha falls by 33, 76-43. Awesome individual effort tonight by Callie Morrison, leading all scorers with 28. Sarah Rogers contributed 6. For Trinity, Taylor Hibicki with 20 points and Alina Yanka with 19. It was a good effort by the SaberCats, fell to a very good Trinity team. And we will see you next time. For Maranatha Baptist University SaberCats Athletics, I'm Matt Davis. Have a great night.